We're given that Z is A cis alpha, so Z is A cis alpha, and that means the modulus of Z is A, and arg Z is alpha, and W is equal to B cis beta, which means the modulus of W is B, and the argument of W is beta. And now we want to complete the table. So think about Z bar. That's the conjugate of Z. Now, if Z were, say, here, the conjugate would be down here, an exact reflection in the real axis, and that's because the imaginary part just changes sign. So it's going to have the same modulus, it's going to be A, but the argument will be negative alpha. If this is alpha, then this is negative alpha. And the transformation we just discussed is a reflection in the real axis. Now for IZ. Now we've discussed this before. If we do IZ, then since I is cis pi by 2, that ends up being a rotation of pi by 2 radians about the origin. So that's not going to change the modulus at all. But the argument is going to be alpha add pi by 2, because we're rotating. And it's a rotation of pi by 2 about the origin. Now for Z to the negative 1. Well, Z is A cis alpha. Z to the negative 1 is 1 over A cis alpha. So from what we know about dividing complex numbers, remember that 1 is cis 0, it's 1 over A cis negative alpha. 0 take away alpha. So that's going to be 1 over A, and the argument will be negative alpha. Now if we think about this, we can use this diagram here. That's going to be a complex number that's here. So we have both an enlargement and the reflection. So we've got an enlargement, and if we think about the scale factor for that, originally the length was A, and now it's 1 over A. So it's 1 over A squared. So the scale factor is 1 over A squared for that. And then we have the reflection in the real axis as well. Now ZW, we know that ZW would be AB cis alpha plus beta. So if we're starting from Z, the modulus is AB, the argument is alpha plus beta, so we have an enlargement with scale factor B going from A to AB, and a rotation of beta radians. We don't need to state the direction, because if beta is positive, we know that that's anti-clockwise. Now Z divided by W, we know that this one's going to be A over B, and this one will be alpha minus beta. So that's an enlargement with the scale factor being 1 over B here, and then a rotation of minus beta